Hello viewers, this is AKwasp, and I just got 99 Slayer. So I'm quite happy about that, very excited, and want to share my tips and secrets to getting 99 Slayer. Really, there aren't any secrets, but I'm decided to make a Slayer guide anyways to share my tips and methods and help everybody else achieve such awesome accomplishments like this, and hopefully everybody can enjoy the video. If you have any questions that I forget to mention in the video, go ahead and leave them in the comment section, and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. And if you'd like to see specific guides for specific monsters, go ahead and check out the millions of links that I've dumped into the description, which will tell you how to take on every single task explicitly. Part 1 of my Slayer guide, which is right now, covers the equipment and inventory setup that I recommend bringing along with you on your various Slayer tasks, primarily the ones that are assigned by Kuradel. And part 2, which is a separate video altogether, covers kind of a PowerPoint presentation of my ideal cannonable tasks, which tasks I recommend taking, which ones I recommend skipping or blocking, and brief description as to why I feel that way, just basically justifying my stance on Slayer. Anyways, hope everybody enjoys the video, and without further ado, here it comes. Hello viewers, this is AKwasp, and welcome to my guide for 99 Slayer, or more specifically, I just got 99 Slayer, so I'm making a guide about Slayer tasks. And as you can see, I just got my nice new Slayer cape. I'm pretty happy with that. Been waiting for that for a while, and I'm just going to go over real quick, first of all, the items that I recommend bringing along with you on most Slayer tasks, and then we're going to go ahead into specifics of actual Slayer monsters. Anyways, probably the most single useful item for Slayer is a cannon. I'd say a cannon or a rapier. They're both really useful, really good. You should definitely always bring both and never pass up a opportunity to cannon a task when you get one. So always bring along a cannon with you. I always like to have the NPC contact runes with me, and then I just teleport to wherever I'm going to teleport, and I give my task via the NPC contact to talk to Kuradel. If it's a task that I want to skip, I'll use the Slayer ring to teleport over to what's her name, Sumona in Palnivan in the desert anyways, and then I skip with her, and then I continue to use the NPC contact spell until Kuradel gives me a task I actually want. Also really useful is having a Steel Titan and extreme potions. Now I only bring with me one extreme and one extreme attack and one extreme strength, because usually one is enough for most tasks, and an overload is usually overkill. Only exception would be if I was to bring in extreme ranging potion for Aberrant Spectres, or Abyssal Spectres, Aberrant Spectres. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Anyways, yeah, those are pretty much the only thing I range. Everything else I melee, except for Black Demons, which I mage. Anyways, the Enhanced Excalibur boosts up my defense as much as I need, so all the defense boosting comes from the Enhanced Excalibur, so there's no need to bring any extreme defense potions. Now the Bone Crusher, and similarly with Herbicide, is basically, I don't use it for the experience, I use it just so that I can see the drops a bit better. And this includes even when you're killing dragons. Now if you want to slowly train on dragons and profit by picking up the bones, that's fine, but I don't recommend that. I normally just crush the bones, and similarly I bring super anti-fires along with a Dragon Defender, which makes things a bit faster. The Dragon Defender plus the Rapier and the fact that the dragons are weak to stab, it makes them really fast. It's, in my opinion, faster than Polypore. Perhaps not faster than Storm of Armadil, but still really fast. Obviously the Ferocious Ring is what you want if you ever have a task which is in Kuradel's dungeon, although I don't really recommend doing any of them, except perhaps Gargoyles for fun if you want something that's AFKable while watching TV. Ring of Slaying, always, so that you know how many kills are left. And lots of prayer potions. Prayer potions are super cheap. Right now they're about 3k a piece. At a high they get to maybe 7k a piece, and that's really cheap. Have Turmoil on at all times. And that brings me to my my suggested gear setup, which is actually using the Proselyte armor, which is the some of the Temple Knights series of quests. It gives a lot of prayer bonus and pretty decent defenses. It gives about defenses of Addy armor, I believe, maybe a bit better than that. And it gives, when you combine it with the rest of your setup, it gives you excellent prayer bonus. And the prayer bonus is nice for using not really deflection prayers or protection prayers, but for turmoil. You pretty much want to have turmoil on at all times when you're killing things, just because it makes it that much faster. Very, very nice and efficient. I like to use the dragon boots. You could use steadfast if you want. I think they're overpriced. In my opinion, the only Glacier boot that's actually worth any money is the Glaven boots. And I have those, but as far as Dragon and Infinity, I'm happy with those. Goliath gloves are great. They're not significantly better than just having the Recipe for Disaster gloves, so go ahead and use that if you want. And those don't degrade, although since the Dominion Towers, what's it called? Not upgrade, but recent update. It now lasts 4 hours instead of 1 hour, which actually makes it a feasible option to use Goliath gloves. But it does make things a little bit faster because they have a bit higher strength. The Berserker Ring Eye is definitely the ring you want to use at all times, unless you are ranging or maging, obviously, because it only gives a strength bonus. And it also, you don't want to use it if you're in Kuradel's dungeon, then you'd want to use the Ferocious Ring, but that's such a small subset of tasks that I'm not really going to talk about too much. Anyways, Amulet of Fury, no real substitute there. Pretty much always going to use that. The Takhar Kal, honestly, I didn't really use it much until the very, very end because it wasn't always available. I always use the Artie Cloak 4, which is excellent because it gives +6 to stab and +6 to mage and +6 to prayer, which are pretty much all your important things that you would want possibly out of a cape. However, this is slightly better, so I recommend using the Takhar Kal because of the it has, well, it doesn't have quite as high stab, which is the only relevant attack bonus, but it does have a lot higher strength, so that's good because you'll hit higher. Obviously, you want to use the Slayer Helm, full one, so it has a Hex Crest and the Focus Sight, so that you get the bonuses to your mage and to your, or not comparable, let's look at stats. To the mage and to the range of +3, but the attack bonus is much less than the actual 10% bonus that you get when you're on a task of hitting. So the Slayer Helm is unbeaten. You cannot possibly use something better than that while you're on Slayer, and most creatures, it's not possible to kill them with anything better than having them on a Slayer task. I'll get to that in a moment. Dragon Defender are the best defender you can use. If you can't use a defender that's better than Dragon Fire Shield, use a Dragon Fire Shield. I use broad tip bolts for pretty much anything that I range because they work perfectly fine and I don't really bother picking them up. You can use the Abba's Alerter if you want, just to pick up whatever comes along with it. The only reason I would use the Abba's Alerter is for the range bonus personally, and could care less about the bolts, but that's up to you. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I covered everything that's in my inventory setup. Oh, also, the fact that the full helmet can be charged with scrolls is nice, because then your Titan, or whichever the best combat familiar that you can use, will automatically cast spells without using some of the special attack bar from it. So, it's quite nice. I like it. Hope that this helps in your attempt to meet or exceed my 99 Slayer, and I'm about to go into tasks in a moment. So, thanks for watching this part so far. So this concludes my part 1 of my Slayer guide, which was all about the equipment and inventory setup for the various Slayer tasks. Be sure to check out part 2 of the Slayer guide, which will be uploaded shortly, which is the recommended tasks to take on every time you can, and also which ones to skip and or block, and basically my justification as to why I like these tasks or why I don't like these tasks. So check out that video, it should be in the link or the video responses, and I hope everybody enjoyed this video and all my other videos, and have a great day.